Hello and welcome to Meet Me in the Middle at NSTA. My name's Dave Curry. I'm a middle school science teacher in Newtown, Bucks County, Pennsylvania. Be sure to check the title slide at the end where you'll have a link to the full set of activity guides. The reason I'm giving this presentation is I was a summer participant in Project Atmosphere, an intensive 1 week, actually 2 week graduate course on meteorology through the American Meteorological Society. It's almost free to K-12 teachers. If you don't know anything about the American Meteorological Society, it's a great resource for teachers of science, and you are able to take reduced cost graduate courses that will give you background in many different subjects, namely the atmosphere, weather. You can also get a background on oceanography through DataStream Ocean. By the way, DataStream are the name of the courses. And finally, they offer a course in climate science, which is really outstanding. It's called DataStream Earth's Climate System. I've taken all those courses, by the way. So this is a FEMA map of the areas of Texas that were under emergency declaration, and you can see it's most of the state, all of the state actually. But why was that? It all has to do with the jet stream. So the jet stream has everything to do with what happened to Texas during the February of 2021. And I'm sure they're going to be talking about it for a long time, but understanding the jet stream is important for students and teachers. So let's dive right in. This is a station model of that is used by meteorologists. It basically gives surface conditions, but I want you to look especially at the wind, which is shown at about the 11 o'clock spot. It's a line with two lines sticking out from it. I want you to think of that as like an arrow hitting an apple. So the arrow is the line, and the feathers on the arrow would be the lines coming out. The more lines you see, the more feathers, the faster the wind. If you see a triangle, that means it's 50 knots. If you see a single line, that's 10 knots for every one of those, and a short line is 5 knots. So this activity, which is outstanding for high school students, but I would really do it as a teacher so that you have an understanding of the jet stream and then figure out how you want to tailor it for your students based on their ability. We start out with an image of upper level winds. These are winds above 30,000 feet, anywhere between 30,000 and 43,000 feet, which we call the 300 millibar level. And you can see that the winds are pretty fast up at that level. So let's circle all of the winds that are 60 knots or greater with a pencil. Blue pencil is nice because it stands out real well. So any wind measurement at this level that has a triangle plus one 10-knot line will circle, and we get this. If you then shade in the top boundary of that, and when I say top boundary, I mean the northern boundary of that and the southern boundary of that, and then shade that in, you can see that you have a very wavy pattern. This is the jet stream for the United States at this time, and the blue line is the specific jet stream. So here's a different map. You can see that the winds are still fast, but the overall pattern when you shade them in looks a little different. So when you shade in the 60 knot winds and higher, you get a pattern that looks like this. And then if you shade in the top boundary or the northern boundary and the southern boundary, you get a different pattern. This is a less wavy, but more kind of straight pattern. And when we look at what this gives us, the second drawing we drew was more like the one on the left, where the winds are pretty much from east to west, and the one on the right is what happened with Texas. You had cold polar air being brought down to the south, and that really affected Texas in the negative way, bringing Arctic air down to their location. So I encourage you to try this activity with your students. The link on this current slide will take you to the entire workshop handout, and thank you for your time. Have a great day.